Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Throwing on first down is Allen. And he'll find Hall. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance. I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress, and I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th. Here's the Pro Bowl punter, Tress Way, on to punt for Washington, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And this will pin them nicely inside the 20 as it's out of bounds at about the 14-yard line.
Their own 14-yard line.
Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now Jones. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
The 38-yard line.
Throwing Jones. And a diving grab. I think he got that, yes. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on first down, but unable to do much from there. That time they're able to bottle him up, and he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
They'll try the field goal now with Graham Gano. This officially a 55-yard attempt. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 4th down on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. Greg Stroman back deep for Washington. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
8 yards on the pickup brings up 2nd and 2 at the 41-yard line.
Pick your game up. 18 ready.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. From midfield, here's Allen. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Allen now on first down. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson.
When I was in school, math was not my strong suit, but I did learn enough to know how to play cover 3. 2 corners and a safety divide up the field in thirds. On this play, the corner didn't get fooled by anything in front of him. Kept his coverage all the way down the sideline in the deep third position and makes the interception.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 31 yards there and a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown.
Touchdown.
John Ross, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will make it into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled it to 20.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change?
And got his man complete. And he finally goes out of bounds across across the opposite 40. Big yardage that time for Washington. 44 yards.
36-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. He was looking that time for Dante Pettis, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Allen will try again on 2nd down. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings. For some reason, it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start that he's had here in the first quarter.
Yeah, by the numbers, he's on. Looking for Pettis, but that's intercepted. Isaac Yedem picks it. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. Gano the extra point, and it's now 21-0.
Gano set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Being chased out left. He'll get that complete to Parkinson. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now 2nd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's into the hands of Parkinson, the tight end. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
A gain of 4 brings up.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down. From the gun, Allen. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
brings up
Washington on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun, Allen. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Colby Parkinson with his first career NFL touchdown. And Washington able to close the gap just a bit.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone. So give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Washington 7.
Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Returning it, John Ross. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see when they come.
And that's going to be intercepted. Landon Collins, the Pro Bowl safety. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Now Ross to return. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Jones, he's going to have the hook up to Ross. The play began back at the 23, and they pick up 23.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
1st down, Giants.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Giant ball carriers.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From the 39, Jones, blitz coming, and down he goes. Chase Young has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught.
Complete to John.
Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
First down, New York.
A first down carry for Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. To throw. Jones. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And this is caught at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown.
New York.
Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Gano now to add the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14.
Giants 28, Washington 14. Graham Gano set to kick off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down into those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And Washington able to come up with a quick strike touchdown. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play. And just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. Within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And now here's Ross. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Over 1st and 10. at their own 24-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. There have been points on the board. We just saw back-to-back touchdown drives. I love it. I'm high-fiving our statistician, Christian. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And the return will stop right around the 25. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback.
And I think the ball's out. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot. In that time, he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
At the 23-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, Jones. He'll get this one to Galladay. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
17 yards. And the Giants first down.
Operating from the gun, Jones. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. They'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Jones to throw on third down. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Open man is Galladay, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
First down, Giants.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Saquon Barkley,
just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain.
From the gun, Jones.
At the 15-yard line.
He's got it. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Darius Slayton with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Giants add on to their lead.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half. And that'll give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Here's Allen on 1st and 10. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there in the final seconds of the first half. And Washington able to come up with a quick strike touchdown. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown.
Makes the score Giants 35, Washington 28.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Now Ross to return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
First down, Giants.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And this will be called officially a 66-yard attempt. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Operating from the gun, Allen. And that is incomplete.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And this Giants defense getting off the ball quickly. They stop him behind the line again. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
3rd down and 11.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down. They'll try the left side. It's Gibson, and he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line.
The tackle made.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And that is incomplete here.
Keeper. Thrown away and incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. From the gun, Allen. And this is going to be incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You know, always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, so.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up, because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did, because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Of 15.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
On 1st down, Barkley. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 37-yard line.
55. Looking to throw. Jones. Open man is Ross, complete. There he goes, right side. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown.
Touchdown.
John Ross with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And the lead is up to 14.
Makes the score Giants 42, Washington 28. Graham Gano set to kick off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Takes over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Allen. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 7 yards, the pickup there. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. From the gun, Allen. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Taken down back at the 42.
Operating from the gun, Allen. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
One-handed. Love the effort. Not much production on that play, though, huh?
Not a whole lot of yardage. You get that grab, you probably want a 1st down.
And he'll be the one in the film session and be saying, hey, run that one back, coach.
Yeah.
Run that one back.
One more time.
Let's see that
2
again.
more times.
And they won't.
8 more times.
They won't. Didn't get much out of it.
And problem spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Yeah, still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Back to throw. Jones. Quick hitter here. It's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
To Kenny Golladay. A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, Jones. Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down.
Pickup. And the Giants' 1st down.
Before they can snap it, time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Well, Saquon Barkley last year against Washington, he won many a fantasy league with his performance in Week 16. 189 yards rushing. That was the 3rd highest single game total in the NFL all of last season. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Jones, he's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Troy Apke. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick six for a Washington touchdown.
On 40 extra points.
Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And now this fourth quarter becoming very interesting. That pick six makes this a one-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how aggressive they choose to be. They'll contain him to just 4, second down.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. Looking to throw again on second down. Jones. He'll complete this to Ingram, his tight end. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A gain there of 21 yards.
First down, New York.
They'll run on first down. Barkley. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Taken down.
Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point. Right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
First down, Giants.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. Jones. He'll let this go for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants.
Complete to
John Ross. 38 yards. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead.
Extra point.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. The loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11.
Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
On play action, Allen. And that is incomplete.
Allen's pass incomplete on the throwaway.
Washington on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 11. Operating from the gun, Allen. And he comes back with one complete. The 40, the 30, past the 20.
Take off your helmet and give me a
into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Colby Parkinson, 76 yards. And Washington able to make this a close game again. So that's a really big play here in the 4th quarter. And don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just one score. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal? End the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
On 2nd and 2, Jones. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
A big play, 3rd and 2. This crowd dying for a stop. Back to throw. Jones. Able to find Harris, complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Now on 2nd and 13. Jones. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now Jones throwing on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, the defense got its job done, forcing the punt. Now the formula pretty simple. They need to find the end zone here. A field goal doesn't help them much. Flush to his right. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Curtis Samuel, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing again. Allen. There's that man again. It's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
1st down, Allen. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Hall. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Allen to throw once more. Flushed out right. And that'll be incomplete.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Washington on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 5. Again, they'll throw with Allen. And that is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 34. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was trying to get that to Colby Parkinson. And it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
He's back to throw. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
3rd and 2.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is a receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing. And they got it done.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a 1st down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 9th touchdown of the season. And Washington now within a 2-point conversion of tying this game. He'll look to throw. And it's caught. And with it, we are tied here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They, of course, tie game, would like to avoid overtime if they could.
And a lot of people would go ahead and play it safe here and get to overtime and try and win it there. But, you know, sitting up here in the booth,
take some gambles.
I say let's go for this thing, try and push it, and maybe catch the defense back on their heels a bit.
See if they do that. To the right and complete to Galladay. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Gain of 13.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Here's Jones on 1st and 10. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. 1st down.
1st down.
From the gun, Jones throwing deep for Galladay. And this is going to be intercepted. picked off by Troy Apke. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They'd like to avoid overtime here, so maybe they can work the sidelines, but then defensively, how do they adjust to that if they do work the sideline?
It's the old leverage game, and we usually talk about leverage at the line of scrimmage, right? Who's going to win with the low blocking and everything that goes along with that. But in this case, you're trying as a defender to leverage them towards the middle of the field, not let them get to the sidelines and try and tackle them inbounds in order to run the clock out.
Chess match here late. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And this Giants defense getting off the ball quickly. They stop him behind the line again. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
Back to throw. Allen. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Dexter Lawrence in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. First throw of overtime for Allen. Slings this deep from McLaurin. This is caught inside the 15. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field.
Washington.
Explosion plays always break the back of a defense. In overtime to put him in the red zone, that was huge.
I like your description there, because when you get an explosion play, now people are really scrambling on defense. Now they're looking to each other. Who's going to step up? Who's going to make the play? Offensive guys have the momentum. Now they're in the red zone. They've got to be thinking attack, trying to get it into the end zone.
They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
At the 9-yard line.
And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. Allen from the gun on 3rd down. And this will be caught. Touchdown. They needed overtime to get it done, but put this one in the win column.
Washington.